He said recording.
And I can call to order the meeting of the Sister Cities Commission meeting. Sister Cities Commission meeting, Monday, July 7th, 5:15 PM, City Council Hall. Can we have roll call, please?
Ron Wendinger,
Ellie Sweeney.
Carolyn Marty Smith.
Larry Mack.
Jane Mayday Hockey.
Dick Seaboth.
Tony Bernick.
Brian Filson.
Kathleen Backer.
Okay. The next thing we're looking for is the approval of the minutes. Has everybody had a chance to review the minutes from the last meeting?
I have, Madam Chair, I move the minutes from June.
I'll second.
Any discussion? If not, I entertain a motion to approve.
You've got it already.
You already
All right,
Take the
okay.
vote.
take the vote. Signify by.
Signify by yes. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. The financial report, it's the same as it was last month. I don't think there's been any changes to it. I just turned in the tip money for Sister Cities, the brat stand. I'm a little behind. So that'll be on next month. And there have been no expenditures either.
I move to approve the financial report.
I'll second.
Any discussion? If not? do I have a
Aye.
second? All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Stands as posted. The next thing on the agenda is the Hans-Juice Cultural Exchange Program. And Martha Bulge is in Germany. Most of you got an email about what went on the first part of her trip. Although I did talk to Annika Fisher, she sent me a message that she spent the day with her and they had a great time and she really enjoyed having time with her. So hopefully the second half goes a little bit better than her first portion of it.
Well, I'm just happy that she spoke up.
Well, yeah,
that,
that's the other thing.
That she wasn't being challenged enough for the jobs or the duties that they were tasking her with.
Yeah.
Well, I believe that is a challenge for our host employers here as well, because in a 6-week span of time, or excuse me, a 12-week span of time, how much into the minutia of running the business can one get? It takes a lot of spoon feeding to get somebody up to speed if you really want them a functional person. I recall one of our first inbound trainees was a travel agent from Ulm and went to the agency here in town, and the only thing Kretschmer had her do was create a tour that he and the agency attempted to sell. So, what does one do under those circumstances?
Although I
don't
think
know.
we've been pretty lucky.
Yes.
Most of our visitors here from there have been very satisfied with the positions that they've held
but I
and
s-
worked with and met the people that they work with, have been treated really well. So, okay. And then for our inbound, it's Samuel Kloop. I hope I say that right. And he's going to be here from September 2nd through November 24th. So that'll include Oktoberfest. So, and does it include Hermanfest?
September 2nd?
Yes, he'll
Yeah,
be here for,
yeah.
he'll be there.
He'll be there.
We can use him as a bartender.
Yeah. We'll have
Might
to-
even include Flannel Fest, actually, in November. Anyway, just a side note.
Just some things that, we might want to think ahead about.
I will, it's on, he's staying with me, and it's on my calendar that he's helping at Hermanfest.
Okay,
We could even get him in the Oktoberfest parade downtown and,
yeah, and we've
sure.
done that, we've
For sure.
done that before,
you know, have
Yeah.
a car
yeah.
for floats, so.
At least he won't be in the Thanksgiving one, okay?
Please.
I think when we had Felix, he was with the Naren in the parade.
Oh.
I think that's who he was.
Okay, so just things to think about. And then Brian, do you have an update on the Jensen Motor Chuck Spath Ford?
I
rental
talked
car?
to Ben Jensen, and they're fine, whenever.
Okay, all right.
Who's picking up Samuel? Are you?
I am.
Okay. It didn't say that, so I forgot.
And if you want to, you know,
No, I just said I'll be a backup if you
Okay,
need it, so
okay.
just let me know.
all right, okay. So under old business, we had the broad stand on June 22nd. It went fairly well, but one thing we learned is that when it's really hot, we need to do some other things. So that's coming up under new business. The next broad stand is Monday, August 25th, and we're still looking for a few positions to be filled for people to help on that day. And then just a side note, next year I will be out there the day the list starts so we can pick better dates. Didn't realize it filled that fast. So, and I did turn in the tip money, and that'll be on the account next week, or
Would
next
it-
month.
Do you recall
Would
the
it be
month?
easy, would it be easier, instead of having 2 dates spread out, 2 successive days? I think it would be a lot easier, wouldn't it?
That's a good point. He's right, because
Yeah.
we do the setup and we have our stuff already there.
Be
That's a
only
good point. I
one
never
time
even thought of
setup.
that. Yeah.
Okay, I'll remember
Ask
that.
that,
We
yeah.
just didn't have any choices this year, Ron. It was like,
I know.
The
Okay,
last-
when I worked out there for Concord Singers that time, we always had it 2 days in a row.
Nice. That is a good idea.
okay, I'll make a note of that, and then we can try for that. All right. Any other old business? If not, under new business, we need to plan the reception for Samuel. And our board meeting, or our meeting that month is the second Monday of the month, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it's just after Herman Fest. So I
Oh,
think
it
that's the 8th, September 8th, that comes up in my mind.
Yeah.
Okay,
So we'll have to have the meeting here and then go to the Keiko Club.
yeah.
I think we should do it all at the Kegel Club.
Didn't she say we couldn't? I thought
No,
we
we
were.
had to do it here.
We had to
I
do it
thought that
here.
too.
Yeah, we have to have a video. And who is going to work on getting that set up?
I think John was, but I don't mind doing it if he's not.
Do you want to check with John and see how he's feeling?
I can do that easily.
I would help.
Okay, because this is Mona, and we've been working with her for like 1,000 years, so we can do
I
that.
think it
That's
would
not a
help
big
John.
deal.
Yeah,
Yeah, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
There isn't really anything to do, we just tell Mona we want the regular hors d'oeuvres, and then Lisa sends out invitations, and it's an easy sell.
so we
What
can-
date, do we pick a date yet,
that
though?
would be September 9th,
Monday, the 8th.
or the 8th, excuse me.
Monday, the 8th, got it.
Okay, yeah, I think that would help John out a little bit, okay?
Yeah,
All right.
And then we'll just do the potluck like
Right.
usual,
Yep,
and then
yep,
invite
potluck
the
and invite the friends of,
friends of the commission and,
So 6 p.m.
Ted and Jody,
yeah.
yeah,
of course-
yes.
Of course, the brewery needs to be invited.
yeah.
Well, Kyle was the
And
new-
probably Kyle.
Oh, that's right, I forgot.
Yeah, but we probably will want Kyle there. And maybe
Some of the
Samuel's boss, who he'll be working under.
Okay, I
If
can
we
ask that.
Ask
I
those
can do that.
questions and include those
Don't let me
people in
forget
it
that
as
one.
well.
Writing it down.
Thank you.
Well, it might be a good opportunity for him to network,
Yeah.
meet some contacts for
Future.
future, because a lot of times those students, they book up pretty fast with events, their calendars.
Okay. Next thing on the new business is, I would like to propose that the commission buys a pop-up canopy for us to use at the broad stands. And it would be stored here at City Hall, so that when we have those broad stands on the really hot days, we don't have to run from house to house trying to find a canopy to put up, and hopefully the wind won't be as strong as it was
It was so windy.
the last time. We could hardly keep it on the ground. It was like a parachute. But
Would a more expensive canopy, because that one wasn't that expensive that you bought it.
no, it wasn't that expensive.
Would a more expensive canopy be a better
No,
thing to
actually,
buy?
I don't.
Okay.
They turn into a parachute.
No matter what.
All right.
So,
We had it tied to the table
Yeah,
and
we
to
did.
the, and to
I
the bench,
think,
and we put salt bags on
Yeah.
each corner, and it was still lifting.
yeah.
Yeah, when we do baseball tournaments and stuff with my son, if it's windy at all, they're tied to coolers, they're tied to whatever we can find that's heavy, so.
You know, and maybe we can, at that, if it's going to be that way, we can have some buckets filled with sand or something that we can set it inside of, you know, put the sand in there to hold it more stationary. But, yeah, we do need that shade protection because that really encourages people to sit down and eat versus sitting out in the hot heat. So,
I move that we buy a tent that belongs to sister cities. Agreed.
I'll second that.
any discussion? Okay. If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Hey,
Opposed? Okay.
Care to do a cost reveal since
It
we're kind
was
of ahead of the game?
$54.20 cents, I think, is what the total was. It was on sale at Walmart the day I went in and got it. And right now, it's at my place because I didn't feel like lugging it all the way upstairs and then having to lug it all the way back downstairs. So after the next event, I'll make sure that it's here. So we don't have to worry about that. Carolyn, do you have an update on the kiosk?
I do. So I put in Martha and I put in Samuel in the list of people that we've had, so anybody going by could do that. Our problem, did I mention this last time, with the kiosk is the sun coming in and it bleaches out the pictures. So there's beautiful pictures across the top that I paid a lot of money to put in, and write-ups and all kinds of things. And then as you go down, it gets whiter and whiter and whiter until finally the pictures disintegrate there. So I went to Kemsky's because I was working the popcorn stand, and Kemsky's will print on a UV paper. So it might cost us more to get a picture printed, but like when I just put the new picture in just recently, I mean, it will cost more to begin with, but at least they'll last a year. I mean, it's not even a year that since I've put all that in there. And so that's a lot of money. So initially, didn't they offer me $200 here? And I have no idea how much money I have left out of that $200. So if somebody can find out from Lisa how much money is left, I will do all my printing through Kemsky's on that kind of paper from now on. And I need to fix it. It doesn't look as good as it should. And
I would concur with Carolyn. I mean, it was a year, probably 2 years ago, we went out there to do a few minor repairs on the kiosk because it was
bad. Yeah,
Kitty
it's
wampus a
fixed.
little bit
It's
and
nice. It
things of
looks
that,
good,
and,
but the sun on just the front part of it, and just the bottom half. So if I have some money, I'm gonna, if not, then we're gonna, next time we have to approve more money for me so I can start printing that out. Because what's the good of having the kiosk if we don't have current pictures that look great and stories
Yes.
and information for people to go? I don't know if anybody ever goes there to look at them, but
Oh, I'm sure
I
they
know it's
do.
there.
I'm sure they do. Okay, I will check into how much is in the fund
Thanks.
for it, okay?
It was $200.
Okay.
maybe we got to get a picture with Samuel there while he's here, and
Yes.
maybe even with Martha when she returns or
Yes,
something, or she
that
gives
would
an
be really
update.
nice.
He just, what was the picture I just put in? Do you remember? I don't remember. I just put a new picture in. So there's something new in this little sea of white. There's one brightly colored picture in that part.
Is there any new business out on the floor or to be brought? Okay. If not, announcements, the next meeting will be held on Monday, August 4th, 2025 at 5:15. I will not be in attendance, so Dick will be running it. I'll be out of town. And I need a motion for adjournment.
I move that we adjourn the meeting.
Second?
In favor?
Oh, aye.